He doesn't take Merab. Now Saul's daughter Michal.
Merab
was his
a
oldest
girl's
daughter.
name?
Yeah, Merab is
It's
Saul's.
a horrible name. I wouldn't take her either.
Now Saul's daughter Michal was in love with David.
Is she younger?
I think so.
Yeah, dude, go with that one.
Yeah, because the older daughter Merab.
Yeah,
so
and her name's Merab. That's a fat girl's name.
So now Saul's daughter Michal was in love with David, and when they told Saul about it, he was pleased. I will give her to him, he thought, so that she may snare him, so she may be a snare to him, and so that the hand of the Philistines may be against him. So Saul said to David, now you have a second opportunity to become my son-in-law. So Saul's trying to tie their families together and like kind of be David's father-in-law through marriage.
Okay.
And like control him that way. That's how I read that.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Then Saul ordered his attendants, speak to David privately and say, look, the king is pleased with you and his attendants all like you. Now become his son-in-law. They repeated these words to David, but David said, do you think it is a small matter to become the king's son-in-law? I am only a poor man and little known. Again, he plays the humble card.
Yeah.
When Saul's servants told him what David had said, Saul replied, say to David, say the king wants no other price for the bride than 100 Philistine foreskins.
Oh, God, that's it?
To take revenge on his enemies. I love this story. Dude, how fucking badass is that?
Yeah. You want to marry my daughter?
The price is 100 fucking foreskins, and no one's giving to you those voluntarily.
Give me the dicks of my enemies.
Yeah, that is fucking ruthless. Like the Mongols.
Angus, write that down as the name of the podcast.
That is the title.
Young Tism. I keep on calling you Angus. I like Young Tism better.
So, yeah, like the Mongols used to take an ear. That's how they would count the enemy dead.
Dude, foreskin is way more badass. That's where the Jews nailed it.
And you know,
they're like, take mine. I dare you.
Here's the thing, though. You have to. They're not taking the time to cut.
Oh, fuck.
They're just
No,
grabbing the
dude.
dick and cutting it
Yeah.
off, man.
And bringing back a bag of dicks. Louis C.K. would be proud.
Yes. You got a burlap sack of dicks with blood, like a bloody fucking dripping bag of dicks.
Yeah. You got to suck them like edamame beans or whatever.
Say to David, the king wants no other price. Jesus.
That's Louis C.K.'s bit.
So today,
The rapist, by the way. I'd like to clarify Louis C.K.
the masturbatory rapist?
Yeah. Who has a very unfunny special that's really not the funniest thing I've ever heard.
The whole thing wasn't great, but the bit about
I was joking. It's great.
Everybody knows his thing is the funniest.
It's very fun. The whole episode, the whole special, you think he's about to apologize, and he never does.
No.
He kind of does at the end. But.
When Saul, he says, if that's your thing, just don't do it.
Yeah.
So Saul, say to David, the king wants no other price for the bride than 100 Philistine foreskins to take revenge on his enemies. Saul's plan was to have David fall by the hands of the Philistines. So he basically gave him an uncompletable task.
Yeah.
Get me 100 dicks.
Yeah. Of your enemies.
Yeah. If you can convince them.
I could get you 100
If you
dicks.
could talk it out of them,
Yeah.
good luck. Otherwise, take him by force.
100 dick pics, I'm your guy.
When the attendants told David these things, he was pleased to become. I can get 100 dicks. Nope. You want a fucking dick, dude?
Do you want me to
can get you a dick by Thursday with nail polish.
She's like, do you want me to cut them off or suck them?
Suck them off.
Dude, I could get you 100 dicks.
So before the allotted,
I'm gonna go to Sodom. I'll be right back.
dude, it just reminds me of that scene in Big Lebowski. He's like, I can get you a fucking toe by 3 in the afternoon. I can get you 100 foreskins by Thursday.
The guy that thinks he can do anything. Yeah.
So before the allotted time elapsed, David and his men went out and killed 200 Philistines. He doubles it.
Oh, here's 200 dicks.
Yeah. What'd you say? 100?
Yeah.
Here's two fucking
Here's
100.
100 in a bag.
Count them.
Yeah, and here's
Fucking count 100 dicks.
and here's the next
107 severed cocks, one by one, on out of the bag. One.
Yeah.
Dude. Imagine looking in a bag of severed fucking dicks.
Yeah, that's horrifying.
I know, but
Every feminist just came, by the way. Oh my god, nothing makes me hornier. Do you think that's what lesbians jerk off to? I don't think they jerk off to lesbian porn. I think that's for guys. I think bags of cut off dicks is what they actually
Cutting
jerk
edge.
off to.
What a take. Lesbians don't watch lesbian
Do
porn?
you know how you actually know if lesbian porn is real? My sister told me this.
How?
As a real
Their
certified
nails
dyke.
are short?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
Wow.
They cut their nails. Because that's like traumatizing, you know? If you watch lesbian porn, they jam themselves with giant fake fingernails. That's not a real lesbian.
Well, they're troopers for my benefit. and I appreciate it.
Dude, porn without a dick. I'm like Saul. I want to see at least 100 dicks in there.
So David and his men went out and killed 200 Philistines. He brought their foreskins and presented. It says he brought their foreskins. I can't imagine he took the time.
It doesn't matter if it has a foreskin on it. It's a foreskin.
Sure.
They're cutting the dicks off. They're not like, okay, hold on, just the outside.
You think if you just killed one guy and skinned like little pieces?
You know what that would look like? It'd look like a bag of what's that squid that you get at deep fried squid?
Calamari.
It would look like a bag of calamari.
Fucking...
Unfried calamari. Here you go. I get. He has a county shrinked it. That's what that would look like. We're imagining a bag of dicks because that sucks.
And the great thing is,
you drop that in front of me, I'm just frying it up and eating it. I'm not even. That doesn't even faze me.
Throw it in.
Yeah,
put it with you.
Yeah, everyone's hungry. Thanks. How long did it take you?
He brought their foreskins and presented the full number to the king so that he might become the king's son-in-law. Then Saul gave him his daughter Michal in marriage. When Saul realized that the Lord was with David and that his daughter Michal loved David, Saul became even still more afraid of him, and he remained his
mad
enemy.
That his daughter liked him?
He's just getting more. He's just like,
this dude is taking everything from me.
The problem with Saul is jealousy. If he would have just like embraced David, here's the thing: Saul's getting tortured by an evil demon. Let's remember that.
You know what? We do forget that.
So
part.
God basically smited him schizophrenic, probably.
Yeah.
Like,
that's fair. Now he's a paranoid schizophrenic.
Yeah.
Sounds like.
Yeah. So, I mean, but
that's exactly what it is.
If he
100%.
If he wasn't jealous,
what would we have called that before we knew what paranoid schizophrenia was?
Demon possession.
Yeah.
That's why I